Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Buckley, and in this video, I'm going to be telling you how happy couples communicate. If you are liking these videos and finding them useful, please hit the subscribe button and give the video a like. I would appreciate it. Thank you. As a couples therapist, I know the power of good communication, and I witness bad communication all the time. And most people don't even realize what they're doing sometimes. They're just habits. We get in a pattern of communicating and we don't realize how harmful it is to our relationship. And you know what? It takes some practice. It's not so easy to communicate effectively. But whenever I hear from a couple and I ask them what they want from therapy, I'm going to say about 80% of the time they say they want to learn how to communicate. Truth is, everybody communicates. They just don't always communicate effectively. As a matter of fact, oftentimes we communicate so ineffectively that it just creates more distance and more conflict as time goes on. So avoiding conversations, that doesn't work. If we avoid talking about things that need to be talked about, we start feeling really disconnected and we start feeling not in love anymore. And if we talk about things too much, everything we bring up, like,
why did you do that? You did that wrong. Why didn't you do that? How come you always do this? And why do you never do that?
Those kinds of things don't work either. So how do we know what to talk about and what not to talk about? Ultimately, we want to really pay attention to the things that we can accept and let go of. You know what? If our partner left the top off of the toothpaste tube, or maybe they were 10 minutes late, you know what? Do we really need to bring that up? But if they're late all the time and you have let them know that you really need to know that they're going to be home or when they're going to be home, and they keep doing it and they say they're not going to and then they do it again, well, that needs to be talked about. But how do you communicate about it in a way that they can hear you? Well, I'm going to tell you it doesn't work. Complaining and criticizing, it just never works. And oftentimes when we are upset, we will complain. And now a complaint is not necessarily a horrible thing. But if we want to get something, we want our partner to understand, the best way to do that is to focus on what we want rather than what we don't want, or rather than focus on the thing that they keep doing that is making us so miserable. I would love it if you were going to be late, if you could just call me or text me and let me know. That would work much better than,
you're always late, you never call me, you never let me know, I'm sick and tired of you being late all the time.
Now sometimes we get to the end of our rope. Maybe we've asked kindly and nicely and we've made the request and they're still not listening. Now it's time to sit down and have a conversation. When couples are having conversations, more often than not, we have two people trying to speak and two people trying to feel heard. I mean, that works really well in a regular conversation. That's how we talk, right? How was your day? My day was great. How was your day? Here's what I did. Here's what I did. Oh yeah, I felt that way. I know how you feel. Like, we talk that way all the time. It's a really great way to communicate. But when there is something important to discuss or when we're unhappy, it doesn't work. Most of us don't really know how to listen. We're usually thinking about the thing that we're going to say, or we're thinking about why what our partner is saying is wrong, right? And when we do that, they're not feeling heard, and we have two people going back and forth, and nobody is feeling good about that conversation. So sometimes if we just focus on being really curious, we want to find out what our partner is upset about, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. If you can just take yourself out of it for a moment and really listen and be curious, yeah, so tell me. So then what? Tell me more. Those are 3 magic words. Tell me more. When somebody feels heard, when they feel understood, when they know somebody is really curious and interested in what they have to say, and they're validating what they have to say, oh yeah, yes, I totally get that. It has to be sincere, of course. But when that happens, I mean, you've got a friend for life, whether it's somebody that you're married to or just a friend or somebody that you're working with. In our friendships, it's easier to communicate. They don't push those same buttons that our romantic partner does. But it is really important in our loving relationships to be able to communicate effectively. So that means speaking up when there's something that is really bothering you, that is important to talk about. Do not avoid. That doesn't work. When you avoid talking about it because you don't want to upset your partner, you don't want to rock the boat, but it's important, down the road, that's going to cause a lot of resentment and a lot of disconnection. Again, talking about everything, complaining about everything, that's not good either. You want to really focus on the things your partner is doing right. And a lot of that other stuff you can probably let go of. And when you can do that and let your partner know that you appreciate them, that you love them, that you understand them, that you have their back, that they're the most important person in the world to you, and you show them by the way you listen to them, by the way you communicate, even if it's sometimes saying, hey, you know what, I'm really upset, and here's what I'm upset about. When you do talk, you want to stay on your side of the fence. So instead of, you did this, you never did this, why did you do that? Why is usually not a good idea either. When we say why, it tends to get somebody defensive. Like, why did you do that? It feels like we're being told that we did something wrong. Even, why do you love me? Like, why do you love me? A better question is, what do you love about me? You get a much better answer. Ultimately, when we communicate, we want to speak from our heart. We want to speak from our side of the fence. This is how I feel. This is what it does to me. This is how it feels for me. This is why it doesn't feel good. This is what I would really love. But also always expressing our appreciation for one another when our partner does something. I mean, not just to say thank you, but saying thank you is important. By the way, I think even if we've been married for 30 years, if our partner washes the dishes or pays for a meal or cooks dinner, to say thank you, honey. Like, really show that appreciation. But even bigger than that, to really show our appreciation for who they are. You know what, I love the way you're always taking care of us, the way you take care of the kids and the way you take care of me, and I know you've had a hard day, and I so appreciate what you're doing and how hard you work. That's going to go even further. So communication is not just about when we're having conflict, but it is being interested in our partner. It is showing them that we see them, that we love them, that we appreciate them, and when we do that, generally we can get that kind of response in return. That's what happy couples do. They feel that they are with their friend. They know that they are the most important person in their partner's life, that they can count on this person most of the time for most things. And when they are upset, they have a partner who really wants to understand and listen. So communicating effectively, it's essential. Without good, effective communication, your relationship is not going to be very satisfying or long-term. If you want a long-term, loving, sustainable, happy relationship, and you want to be happy in your relationship, learn to communicate effectively. Remember, every couple communicates, but not a lot of couples know how to do it effectively. One listener at a time. Listen with curiosity. Be interested in what your partner has to say. And you do not know everything about your partner. I don't care how long you've been together. There is always new things to learn about your partner. One, we continuously change. And two, we don't even know everything there is to know about ourselves. So being really interested and curious, not just, hey, did you have a good day today? How was your day? Ask more questions. Be interested. Show empathy. If they're upset about something, let them know that you want to understand how they're feeling and why they're feeling that way. And just you validating it. Oh yeah, that must have been horrible. That must have been really, really hard. Yeah, what a bummer. Like, that sucks. You know, that is sometimes the best thing. That's what we want. I know a lot of people want to make their partner feel better. So they say things like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, just get over it. Oh, they didn't mean that. Those things don't actually make us feel better. They make us feel like we're being dismissed and it's not so important. So practice some of these skills that I'm talking about, and you will find that your relationship will be much happier. You will have less conflict, and even if you do have conflict, you will be able to recover from it quickly. Happy couples do fight. They just don't stay in that place of pain and anger too long. They know how to recover. They know how to say they're sorry. I did another video on apologies, also very important for effective communication, and you can click on it right there. Effective communication, it's a skill. So To be easy on yourself and your partner. It's not about doing it perfectly. So it's progress, not perfection. Sometimes it's harder than others. If we're feeling really upset or hurt, we don't always communicate the best. When we can recognize it, take a time out. Sometimes that's the thing we need to do. If we're in the middle of a heated argument and we are just feeling so angry and so hurt, the best thing to do is just take a time out for a little while. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't go to bed angry. If that works for you, great. I think generally it doesn't work so well. Sometimes we feel like we can't go to bed angry, so we just keep fighting even though we're both in a reactive state and nobody is feeling heard and we're probably exhausted and nobody's sleeping. And sometimes just sleeping on it, you know what, I'm really angry with you right now. I love you, but I'm really angry with you right now. Let's talk about this tomorrow morning. Sometimes that's a much better way to go. So it's finding what works for you and what works for your relationship, but keep in mind these rules. Again, be curious, be interested, listen. It's really about listening, validating what your partner is saying, showing appreciation for your partner. Let them know that you love them, that you are interested in what they have to say. And if you did something that hurt them, apologize for it. A nice, good, clean apology. I am so sorry I hurt you. I love you, and I want to make sure that you are happy. What can I do to make it up to you? And these are things that happy couples do. They don't stay mad too long. They talk about the things that need to be talked about. They don't complain, but they might make a request of the things that they need or want or the things that make them happy. So it's being more solution focused than problem focused, focusing on the things your partner's doing right, express that rather than always pointing out the things that they're doing wrong. You do these things and you will be in a much better relationship. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.